This is hot. I don't think hot beds.
Oh gosh. Hi everyone. We're just getting set up. I apologize. I should be able to go live from my phone, but YouTube is being weird and saying I can't. Even though I have over 1,000 subscribers, so I'm having to figure out how to do this from my laptop. So I apologize if this sounds a little crazy. Hi Cambria. We wanted to use the phone. This is all 5 packs of our spicy noodles. And then we also have, I'm trying to figure out where to put you guys, some spring rolls. And spring rolls aren't cheating. Wow, there's so many people on here. I wish you would show me who's on here. If you're on here, say hello so I know you're here. Hi, everyone. We're just getting set up. If you don't mind, I'm going to walk away for 1 second and just see if I elevate this a little bit, if you'll be able to see us more. Yeah. I'm here. Don't leave us. We made all 5 packs of the 2X spicy noodle, and then some spring rolls. Okay, is that better? Can you see? Ooh, I think that's good. Yeah, this is her. Hi, Ann. Hi, Gabby. All right. Oh, I think that's good.
We need bowls.
We don't need bowls. We're going to eat out of this bowl.
Oh, we're eating out of that bowl.
Yeah, it's a mukbang. I don't know if he's ever watched mukbang before. Have you? Anyways, we had a little technical difficulty. We were trying to go live on my phone, which you're supposed to do after you hit 1,000 subscribers, which is why I waited until 1,000. Also, yes, I've got a glass of wine at Sunday. You want to come eat it with us, Cambria? Oh, you mean the camera looks good? Thanks. We put on the light in the background, but I actually think this time of day, Jeff is walking. You guys can see it shake. This time of day, we don't need it in here, which is cool. I forgot what I was saying. Oh man, he's just getting the last few things. So I made some spring rolls on the side. So if you want to break some of the noodles, I have gotten all of your questions and written them down in this beautiful notebook. Look at this. Can you see it? It says, just a girl boss building her empire. My friend Joy bought this for me, which was so sweet, and I love this so much. So I wrote all your questions in here. I'm going to use chopsticks. Jeff is going to use forks. So full disclosure, we actually really love spicy noodles, like on a regular basis, but not the 2X. The 2X is tough. Actually, babe, will you hand me a napkin ahead of time? So we eat like the 1X, but the 2X are too far. So we thought this would be a really fun way to say thank you. Baby Jeff, use the chopstick. Oh, I'm already going to like this live stream.
It's like a car wreck seeing me use those things.
Anyways, I haven't eaten the 2X since before I got pregnant. It's been a long time. Last time Jeff ate the 2X is when I tricked him. And I told him I was making 1X, and I really mixed in 2X packets, and he was like, "Oh, these are so spicy."
So maybe a little bit more water.
Yeah, because it's going to take time to eat it.
Otherwise, it's going to be paste by the time.
Yeah. So I wrote down your questions. I also asked some of you who are already vegan, some of the common vegan misconceptions that you want me to talk about. But before we start anything, we just want to say thank you. I can't believe this time last year I had 160 subscribers, and as of today I have 1,015, and I'm so excited. It just has been a lot of work and a lot of fun and a lot of trial and error and just learning where I want my channel to go, and y'all have really helped with that so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Julia. So we figured we'd torture our mouths as a way to say thank you. I have written down questions that I got on Instagram and Facebook, but you guys, if you have any questions for us, go ahead and leave them for us throughout the course of this mukbang, and we will definitely answer them. So don't be shy to put in your questions. And I think it's time, babe, we take a bite. People want to see you suffer.
Oh,
come on. This is a huge bowl, you guys. This is like a chip bowl.
It is
we filled a chip bowl full of 5 bags of the 2X. I'm also really hungry. I kind of forgot to eat today. I've had coffee. I've had like my Milksta Pinkaboo drink. and I've drank tons of water, but in the midst of just laundry and Sunday, I haven't eaten yet today, so I'm starving and I'm really excited about this. I don't think Jeff is as excited. Come on, babe, get your nudes. The people want to see your nudes.
No, they don't.
All right,
No, they
ready?
not. I know my nose is now going to be unstuffed by the time I get done with these things.
Oh, see, we're just helping you out. Cheers, babe.
Look at that little spoon. Yeah.
It's not a spoon, it's chopsticks. It's gonna be just as spicy when
Such
there ain't a
little
lot.
wood.
Baby, PG, please. Sorry, guys.
No, you're not. Change the world, my
Change the
son.
world.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
my son from the other room,
Yeah.
Codemaster. All right, ready? Woo. Yep. Mm-hmm. It's hot. It's hot. All right. So while we're burning it, what are you? Do you need a little plate, baby? Before I ask you guys questions, I'm gonna go get my husband a little plate. Babe, show up.
Temperature.
I mean, look what's happening in your hand right now. You're not gonna be able to pick up our baby. Daxton is on the side right now watching his dad like, Dad, what you doing? He's laughing. Babe, he's laughing. I'll be right back. Let's talk to our people.
Hello, people. Oh. Temperature-wise, that was hot. Right away, I had to spit some of it out. I got it. I'm a baby. I got it.
All right, give me that. Let's get rid of this so you don't like die.
I burned my tongue and not on the sensor. Yes, I burned my tongue a lot easily. Oh, could be fun.
Actually, before we go,
Yeah, it is one of those things where you can't rub your eyes with these things.
No. Ooh, it's hot. Okay, so before I read the questions, I just want to let you guys know I'm making a little announcement. Tuesday's video is going to be the first of a new series.
I thought it was another announcement. I was like, wait.
We're having a baby. No, gosh, I hope anyone's not on here. No. No new babies. We're not trying again until Dax is at least a year. He's laughing over there. We can't try again until he's at least a year because my labor and delivery was so traumatic. My doctor does not want me to get pregnant until he's at least a year. So Tuesday, we're starting a new series. The holidays are coming up. Y'all need some party food ideas. You need just ways to get through Thanksgiving and Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever you celebrate. So I'm going to start doing a new series where I show vegan snack foods, appetizers, things that will be really great for the holidays for you coming this Tuesday. So watch for those recipes because those are coming up. We're just going to swap out the what's for dinner for a little while. And then if y'all want to see what's for dinner come back, just let me know. But in the meantime, if you've missed any of the old ones, I have 3 months worth of what's for dinners. You can go back and watch for some dinner inspiration.
Yep.
But I feel like I can be the most benefit to you right now. Don't rub your eyes. Very entertaining. Need you to pick me up 2 packs of the 1X. Okay, we'll pick it up. Actually, we might have 2 packs in our cabinet.
I have like 7.
Yeah, we'll just bring you some. I'll trade you the 1X noodles for your vacuum. So anyways, watch for that this Tuesday. This Tuesday's video is probably going to be a vegan jalapeno pepper recipe. I'm going to take another bite so my mouth is on fire, and then I'll read the first question.
I burned my tongue like a little.
I'm sorry, baby.
Little baby.
His tongue burns really easily.
Oh, it
He
does.
can't even drink hot coffee.
Nope.
He has to let it get like room temperature.
I have to have a kid's temp.
Hey, Bear, are those noodles for you or are they for Xander? Also, we have football on in the background, so when the Packer game starts, we can see the score. Okay.
No. What do you mean no?
Oh, for you. Awesome. Okay. So, first question. And some of y'all didn't leave questions. You left me like heart emojis or like really sweet stuff. So thank you. I love you guys too. First question came from Tara. You guys are gonna have to forgive me. We got a ton of questions and I stopped writing down names. Or we got a lot of questions that came from multiple people. So I stopped writing down names. But Tara asked, what is it like having 2 kids now? What do you think, babe?
It definitely tips the scales now. It's a lot better. You have We have an 11-year-old. We have a he's 2 months, a little over 2 months now.
Mhm.
Makes it very difficult when you've got somebody who you have to baby and somebody who you're trying to get into adulthood. You're trying to transition them. So you have to be kind of, on one side, you have to be, come on, do this on your own. And you can't tell the 2-month-old, hey, feed yourself, instead of, you can go make noodles, go make a snack, go make whatever you want. So it's definitely very different where you're going, wait, here's the 2-month-old. You can't just go feed yourself and, things like that.
And I think it's very different because we've been so used to just having Cody for so long, especially me, but even Jeff. Jeff's been around Cody for over 5 years now. And now it's like we have to share our time. And that's new to us, to Cody. Cody's doing fantastic, by the way. He loves his little brother. He's so helpful in the morning. He'll hang out with Dax while I'm making his lunch and getting everything ready for the morning before he leaves for school. But it's been,
who needs hot mustard?
It's been an adjustment. Smart, babe. But we love it and we would not change it at all, I don't think.
Mm-mm.
For Jeff, the biggest adjustment has been he's never been the dad of a newborn. He came into Cody's life when Cody was 5 going on 6.
Yep.
And so Jeff is learning all these things with a newborn.
Yeah.
And it's all very new to him, which I find hysterical because that feast time parent, fear of everything. Jeff has that. And I don't. So that's a new navigation. All right. Why is your channel called Dairy State Vegan? This question came from someone in Australia, which I thought was interesting because I forget that people not in the U.S. watch me, so they don't know Wisconsin is called the Dairy State.
From the down under.
But Wisconsin is the dairy state. We're known for our cheese and our ice cream and pretty much anything that has to do with cow's booby milk. So, I want to make it more entertaining. So that's why it's called Dairy State Vegan. Yeah. Are you coming to make an appearance? Cody wants to come say hello. They can kind of see him in the mirror.
I am gathering all my friends to raid the stream.
All right, living room camera asks. I know
is it easier or harder than?
Let me read the whole question, and everybody can see it.
Sorry.
I know this is Jeff's first baby, so my question is it easier or harder than you expected?
It's easier in some aspects and harder in others. It's easier because I have a wife who's very supportive and has been there and done these things, so it makes it easier in that aspect. So it's not where we're both flying at the seat of our pants, making it new. But it is also harder in some aspects where in some things I don't know how to react yet. And I haven't been down that road yet and everything like that. Like the first time that Daxton has decorated my arm with
urine. You can say it.
urine.
We're not eating, we are.
No. I can eat spicy noodles anytime. But
these are good, but I'm sweating already.
Yeah, I'm getting there. So it is harder in some aspects where I don't know that it's coming, but some aspects it's easier because of the support that I have behind me. So it's always a new adventure. Every day is always a new adventure. Sometimes it's like he's totally enthralled by the ceiling fan, and sometimes it's a look fan, and he doesn't want to have anything to do with it. So it goes back and forth every time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are your husband and oldest son vegan? Want to take that, babe?
I am recently starting to transition myself over to that. It's been now about 2 weeks since I actually have not had meat at all. I've switched over to having protein from just plants. And I used to have beef jerky at work and things like that. And I've now transitioned over to, I'll have nuts or granola bars. I'll have avocados with salt. I love avocados with just sprinkling salt in a spoon. That's it. I'll have that in the morning with a coffee. I'm transitioning more and more towards that because I see that it's healthier for me. And my thing that I keep speaking on again and again, and it's been brought up in the Game Changers on Netflix. I was
going to say that's your new favorite thing.
I mean, it's a really good film and it makes you think. It doesn't need to change your world, but it makes you think, which is a good thing. with protein being a recycled thing from animal proteins because animals can never produce their own protein. So it's always recycled. So when I've learned about that, I've started to change my diet and I'm not lacking in any. Anyway, I'm still a bigger dude. I'm not malnourishing myself. So it's something I've been transitioning to. Have I done it fully? No, but I am transitioning and moving myself that way. As
Yeah.
far as Cody's concerned, he still has his cheeseburgers and things like that when he's out. But when we're here, we are, I would say, 98% of the time we are plant-based.
Yeah.
But
So I feel like I never forced it on you and Cody.
no,
And it's been kind of a natural transition.
I did this after my birthday. I kind of decided, all right, me personally, I want to see a change in my body, and I am a welder by trade, so I do a lot of lifting, twisting, turning, all things like that. But now these past 2 weeks that I've been off of meat and off of any dairy products, I haven't had that much inflammation.
His
I'm
body
sick.
hasn't been in pain.
I'm sick and I have a cold, but I haven't been sore as much as I used to be. So I'm starting to notice the changes in that. So I'm leaning that way. So
Yeah.
yes.
With Cody's 11 and he grew up eating meat and cheese and everything else. And I really feel like me forcing him to be fully vegan, meaning if we go out for dinner with Jeff's parents and Cody orders something that's not vegan, I let him. And if I forced it, he would resent it. But Cody likes Beyond Burgers more than regular burgers now.
He likes Just Ranch more than that, or my.
Just Ranch, if you're watching this, come back.
I made my own ranch now too, and she does too. We both make our own ranches, and I found that some there's like Meyer or Metro Market, they're like flavor packets, actually don't have milk. So I can make it with a vegan mayo and vegan sour cream with a lot of dill, and it's absolutely amazing. It's so good. He was cleaning his bowl that I gave him for the ranch that I made him. He was cleaning it out with a spoon. He normally doesn't do that.
Yeah. So I just I was the one who went vegan in the family first, and they're slowly coming over to the dark side, which is great. But I never got pushy or forceful. Just I cook vegan in the house. If you're gonna eat what I cook, that's what you're getting. All right. What made you want to go vegan? So this question was asked by a lot of you. I had a coworker that was vegetarian, and for some reason she just thought I could never do it. She's like, "You could never be vegetarian, whatever." So because I'm competitive, I said, "Okay." Because I'm competitive, I said, "I'm going to one up you. Not only can I be vegetarian for 30 days, I'm going to go vegan." And this was over Thanksgiving, so it was this time probably like 6 or 7 years ago. And so I went vegan for 30 days and I felt awesome. Like so awesome. And I was like, if I feel this good, maybe you are making such a mess. If I feel this good, the raid must start. I'm definitely, hi Jessica. I said, if I feel this good, I'm going to stick with it. So I stuck with being vegan for a long time. Then people asked if Jeff was vegan when I met him or before we met. So that's where the story changes. When I met Jeff, I was vegan purely for health reasons. And Jeff had said something funny about tofu or something. And I was like, dude, once things got serious, one of the things I do is cook. Like, that's how I show my love to people. You guys know, like, I cook for you all the time.
I can't.
So I was like, I can't be vegan. He's not going to be able to eat my food. He's not going to be impressed. He's not going to fall in love with me. We're never going to get married and have babies. So because I was purely for like weight loss reasons vegan at that point, I switched over to the keto diet, which was the biggest mistake I've ever made. And I got very lethargic. I thought for a long time part of the lethargy was that I had recently moved to Wisconsin and I was dealing with some bad winter depression. But after a little while, I realized, and it was actually a long while, it was probably about 1.5 years, I was gaining weight. I was feeling lethargic. I just wasn't feeling my best self. So we got engaged and I went back vegan and I haven't turned back since. But to answer that, no, Jeff was not vegan.
Not even close.
At all before we met.
I wouldn't even give tofu a second chance. I go, no.
Yeah.
And now it's like,
And now he loves tofu. Or ginger tofu is like one of his favorite things. So yeah, it's a vehicle. I'm gonna go calm the baby. You see what you said again.
I say what she said.
You said it's a vehicle for a sauce.
Yeah, I mean, like with tofu, like chicken, where somebody says, "Oh, I don't like tofu; it tastes bad." Chicken can taste bad too. Somebody can screw that up too. It can easily be screwed up. My guy at my work was saying, like, I've had tofu. His daughter is now pescatarian, whatever. And she's doing that, and he's like, I've had tofu before, but he goes, I'm not a big fan of it, but I wouldn't say that I've had good tofu, and so it's like I said no to tofu, and then all of a sudden,
Then I'm gonna answer
well,
the bow and arrows question.
yeah, I had tofu, and then we had it at a local diner in Bayview by us, and the crispy ginger tofu,
Burnt ginger tofu.
burnt ginger, whatever it is,
Delicious.
yeah,
It converted you.
It was something that was just like this. This is tofu. This is amazing. Really good crunch. Really good crust. It was amazing. But
we must know your age. Okay, first of all, how old is your son? Well, we have two. Cody is 11, and Daxton just turned 12 weeks today. My age, I guess I'll answer. I'm not really ashamed. I'm 34. Jeff is 34. He's 6 months younger than me, though, and he'll tell you all the time.
She's a cradle robber.
Yeah. Okay. Is your hair naturally curly? Yes. It is very naturally curly, and it's crazy, and it's hard to control. And that's why I usually keep it really short. But with a new baby, I have not gotten to the salon when I should have. So now it's just real crazy. Are you pro-vaccines? We're not answering this question. And I put this out here because I don't think it's anyone's business. I think every parent does what's best for their kid, and they do their research. And I don't think it's worth the controversy to answer the question. So I'm not going to say we're pro-vaccines or anti-vaccines. I will say that vaccines have animal byproducts in them, but a lot of medicines do. And the definition of veganism is doing as least harm as possible when possible and practicable. And with medication, sometimes it has to be tested on animals or have animal products. And it's just not possible to go without. So that's what I'll say. And that's the last I'll ever say about vaccines ever. I'm going to burn my mouth.
Okay.
All right.
Do you have any more questions?
Yeah. Can you go take him and I'll take the next one because it's makeup?
Sure.
You just answered that question on the
Oh, well, tell them not to hog the whole feed.
Yeah.
Haha, your husband cracks me up.
Everyone stay on the chat.
What makeup do I use? So I mostly use, and this was by someone who said your makeup always looks on point, which thank you, because I have not really done my makeup in a while. I put a little bit on today, but having a new baby has changed my makeup game. I use mostly Senegent makeup, but I'm also a big fan of Too Faced. And I have a few other randos in there too, but Senegent stays all day. All right, what are your favorite vegan YouTubers? Babe, you can take. What are your favorite?
Vegan YouTubers. I would have to say that I enjoy, as far as vegan YouTubers, Sweet Simple Vegan.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy Chris and Jasmine. Chris is awesome. He always represents Silent Planet. Big fan of them, as well as August One's Red. So I do enjoy that part of it, but I enjoy the fact that they do stuff that is very non-chef friendly. I can't do things, so I try it, and I can actually do some of the things that they cook. So I like the fact that they're not professionals, like that they can do it really well. So I try to do that. I would have to say it's Sweet Simple Vegan. I like them a lot.
Yeah, I like Sweet Simple Vegan a lot. I have a couple.
You like the Vegan View?
I love the Vegan View. A lot of vegans on the internet can be really judgmental of the place you're at, and the Vegan View is really compassionate. And They're not your like stereotypical angry vegans, and I love that. Then I also really enjoy Sweet Simple Vegan. They're some of my favorites. I feel like if we met them, we would be friends because Jasmine and I could cook and eat vegan cheese and drink wine, and Jeff and Chris would talk about music. And then I also really love for like information. Mike the Vegan is probably one of my best. It's Mike. MIC the Vegan.
Because Mick the Vegan.
He does really good like information on debunking a lot of things and just really informative.
He is getting very big.
Yeah. So those are mine. Can I be my favorite vegan YouTuber? And my favorite.
He's my favorite, but.
Oh, you didn't think that till I said it, but that's okay. I love you anyways. Okay, how do you handle the holidays and parties as a vegan? This, I think, last year is the first time we really figured out. We bring a lot of dishes that we can eat, and that's it. We bring delicious food.
We're polite about it.
Yeah, we don't say anything about it. And we make sure, like, okay, there might not be a lot of food we can eat there, and we'll just, well, Jeff and Cody, Jeff doesn't really eat meat now, but Cody will eat. If they make meat at the holiday party, Cody will eat it. Huh. But for Jeff and I, especially, Jeff is lactose intolerant too, and a lot of family gatherings, a lot of things they make have milk in it. So he couldn't eat it regardless. So we just make multiple dishes, enough to share, and it's not a big deal. We don't make it a big deal. I know some vegans take a pledge that they'll never sit at a table with animal products. I don't do that. I don't think it's a good way to get people. What do you think about the Impossible Burger from Burger King?
Not bad. I don't mind the Impossible Burger.
Jeff should
try the spicy noodles.
The Impossible Burger. I know there's a lot of controversy about this. We eat the Impossible Burger. We're not anti the Impossible Burger. The Impossible Burger has a lot of controversy because it was tested on rats. The reality is everything we eat at some point was tested on rats. And in order for them to make,
I can't tell them to not do that before I see it on the market. I can't say, hey, don't test that on animals.
They wouldn't have been able to get it out to market without the testing.
There's nothing I can do. It's too late by the time it hits my table for me to actually do something.
And it's still doing less harm than just eating beef. So I know that's a touchy subject.
Rats with how many cows?
We eat the Impossible Burger. We enjoy it. I actually had Jeff bring me the Impossible Whopper when I was in the hospital after having Daxton.
Yeah,
that's another like vegan gray area. So I know some people feel differently, but we see it as a vegan product. Sorry, you guys are a little.
Yeah, they're kind of jumping around. Just all the kids on there.
It's okay. Just tell me if you see anything.
No, we don't.
Okay. Was your wedding vegan? It was not, but we made sure. So our wedding, we had food stations. Jump.
Yep.
And we made sure that each food station, so we had a Greek food station, an Italian, and a Mexican. And we made sure every single food station had vegan products. That I had food to eat. Jeff was even less vegan back then.
Nobody got pictures of the whole thing. Everybody loved the food, but nobody got pictures.
Our wedding cake was vegan. And we had a baked potato bar with vegan options. You need to stop doing that.
Sorry.
I don't even want to picking it up.
No.
So it was not vegan. It had vegan options. If we looked back, I don't know if we would do it fully vegan. We probably would now.
Yeah, but
just because there's so many options, it would be so good, and it would have been nice for me to be able to eat everything and not just one thing from each station.
Yeah, but you even brought over a vegan cheese board.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I can't eat that. My buddy goes, well,
that was a year and a half ago, and we made the food decision even longer than that, and it is what it is. But we did have a lot of vegan options, and people loved it.
We were able to eat for other people. We were actually catering to everybody. I thought that it was a good thing for us not to be political or anything like that.
I don't think it would have been political,
not
though.
Political, but
if we had gone fully, I think now I would do it fully vegan.
Yeah. but it's something where it's like everybody was able to eat and everybody was able to have a good time.
Yeah.
And we were still able to eat, and I was able to
You were able to eat. I didn't eat
with
anything.
my diet, with my dairy, and I can't do dairy and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So it was actually really easy.
All right. How did you and your husband meet? We met online, actually. I had been at my dad's house bringing him soup or some sort of leftovers that day.
Craigslist. Okay.
And it wasn't Craigslist. And my dad had said something to the effect I was 29. And he's like, you're just getting kind of old, and Cody's getting kind of old, and maybe it's time you give up on the fact that you find a husband. And my dad was very well-meaning. Do not take this wrong. My dad was raised with all brothers, and sometimes doesn't say the right things. So anyways, I was feeling bad, and I went home, and I signed up for a free dating website, OkCupid, shout out. And this guy in his ripped jeans and his Cookie Monster shirt messaged me.
Yep.
And we talked for probably 3 months until we met in person.
Yep.
We started talking in July, and we met end of September.
After my car blew up, and my friends Brittany and Derek actually had to drive me over to where we were meeting, and yeah, that was interesting. Like, hey, my friends are going to drive me, but I do have a car and I do have a career, but
yeah, our first
it was
date
really
was like
awkward.
a group date. I showed up
Really
and I
weird.
thought I was meeting him, and I met him and two of his friends.
Yeah, but I had no other ride there. I had my car, my timing belt went on my Subaru, so I was in the middle of buying a new motor and swapping that all up.
Yeah.
But I had it. It wasn't like I don't have a car, I don't have a job. No, I do.
All right. What's your favorite vegan restaurant? What's yours, babe? Oh, this is tough. We have so many good ones in Milwaukee. Oh, excuse you. I am pouring.
So if I'm going to go sit down someplace at a restaurant of a brick and mortar, I'm going to go to Celesta. I love Celesta. I love what they do there. They've got really good food. If I'm out and about, you better believe I'm going to find Twisted Plants. Twisted Plants in Milwaukee. Brandon does some amazing stuff. He's got some really good burgers, the fries. We haven't had the mozzarella sticks, but we're going to try them. The wings were amazing. The lemonade they made was really good.
Mm-hmm.
That is by far like the good grub. Like if you are looking for some, good food out, but also he's around the city and he's, you're gonna have to follow him, things like that. But brick and mortar, Celesta, I'd say food truck, hands down, Twisted Plants.
100%. Celesta, their lasagna is the first lasagna I've had that I like as much, if not a little bit more, than my homemade lasagna. And that's kind of my gauge of if I like restaurant, because if I can make it just as good at home, I don't want to go and spend like $15 on it. But Celesta makes it real good. It's so good. And Twisted Plants by a long shot. Here, can you? Favorite vegan junk food?
Favorite vegan junk food?
My favorite junk food, period, is nachos. Like, if I can make a big plate of nachos, I'm a happy lady. But if you're looking for like prepackaged vegan junk food, that's my favorite. I'm probably going to go with either the Gardein chicken sliders or their crabless crab cakes. How much you been?
I'd have to say the one at Noodles.
Yeah?
Those are like my favorite. Like I can go through and have those so many times over. They're so good. I don't know. I mean, I have 7 packets of the 1X noodles above our stove, or about 10 of them at all times. Like every once in a while, I want to have those.
Mm-hmm.
I love them. I love these noodles. The 2X, these are hotter. They're making me sweat. I'm wearing a thick shirt, so you can't tell if I'm sweating or not. But yeah, I would say that or Trader Joe's vegan cream cheese with their ghost pepper waffle chips.
I don't know what Cody said, but Cambria just told him he's adopted.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, technically, that's not untrue. By Jeff.
Yep.
All right, Impossible Burger or Beyond Meat? What's your fave? Okay, so this is my consensus. The Impossible Burger to me is like what I think of when I think of fast food. I thought of that after I said it. Like the Impossible Burger, first of all, doesn't have its own flavor per se, so it's more flexible. I can't wait till I can get it in the store so I can make things like country fried steak and meatballs because the Beyond Meat is good, but it has a flavor. So when it comes to like fast foody kind of burgers, Impossible Burger, but Beyond Meat.
I like the Beyond sausages. I like the Italians. I like the Beyond Italian sausages.
And I like the Beyond Meat for burgers, but I don't like their ground meat necessarily.
Oh, Beyond?
Yeah, I don't enjoy it like for meatballs or something because it has that Beyond Meat taste.
Yeah.
So,
What?
I'm gonna have to go Impossible, but I really like Beyond Meat too. Don't get me wrong. What about you? Impossible or Beyond? Ooh, this is getting hot.
I know it is. Delicious. I like either. I don't like the Beyond Burger, that Beyond Brick thing as much.
The ground.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. I like
the Beyond Mince, as the British would call it.
It's not bad, but either one I think is better. They're both something where you can try them and go, oh, that's meat. We had ground
Beyond sausages though are.
Last night we had a non-vegan over for dinner and we had tacos. Which one did we use?
I used the Gardein crumbles.
The Gardein crumbles with taco seasoning, and it tastes like a ground beef and tacos.
Yeah,
he had 3 of them. It was something where it's like, oh, that's not too bad. So it's something where even non-vegans can even eat both of it. It's something if you season it correctly, if you season it right, it tastes like ground beef.
Yep.
Same thing. Same texture.
What do you do for work besides YouTube? Well, YouTube doesn't make me any money yet. Hopefully soon. But so I'm a realtor in the greater Milwaukee area. And as of right now, that's what I do. And then Jeff is a welder.
I'm a welder fabricator. What I do is I build.
I'm going to go get his cast fire. You talk about your job.
Ooh, so much fun. I'm glad I go there all the time. What I build and I weld and I fabricate is stair lifts for the elderly and disabled. I build the stuff that drives you up the wall. But I'm in the custom built department where we build anything at any degrees, any pitch, anything like that. That's what we build. So it's something that I've learned to do. I've worked myself up in the company. I started in our saw department, cutting things, getting everything done. Moved into angle change where it's only moving from one angle to the next. Now I'm actually doing full turns that go around staircases, steps, whatever, what have you. At our company, we've built rails, those stair lifts. I think our largest one right now to date, I believe, is 148 feet. It takes 7 minutes for you to get from the top to the bottom. It's the largest one, and I think it was installed out in California. But that's what I do. I build those. That's what I do.
I'm hoping YouTube gives me money soon, and then I'm also working on an ebook, which hopefully will come out around the summer. I haven't decided if I'm just going to release it for sale or set up a Patreon and do like a Patreon type thing. The Circonis.
Circonis. Thank you. Yeah, it's a fun job. It definitely is. It's rewarding to see that elderly people or people that are disabled are actually able to live their lives again. Mm-hmm. That's what makes it more worth it. I mean, I know I make my money and I go home burnt, tired, and smelling like rusted metal, but at least they're able to go on and live their lives like we do.
So the thing about Jeff's job, very noble profession. So.
Yeah, thank you.
What?
From here.
Leave it.
What do you want to do? Don't break it. Hang on. Cody's going to do something. The thing about Jeff's job is he makes these stair lifts for people that don't have mobility, but he busts his body while doing it. Oh, you're hiding a user? No.
Cody, leave it
No,
alone.
leave
Leave
it.
it alone. Anyways, let me-
Who did he? Okay.
the
Anyways,
ball now.
I think that's one of his buddies. So my goal with YouTube and with real estate, with everything, is to get it so Jeff can leave his company that he works for eventually and just do like freelance work, because he's helping people have mobility in their old age while ruining his own. And not to be a jerk, but I would really like to go through the cliffs of Santorini and eat olives and drink wine with him once we're retired. So YouTube and real estate is my goal, to get him home and both of us just kind of working and creating our own destiny.
Packers
Okay.
0-3. 650 left in the first. Oh boy. Fun.
Those are really fun. Somebody said tofu is gross.
I used to think the same thing. I used to think that tofu was gross until I actually had it cooked correctly and cooked right. I used to have pork chops made for me that were dried out completely. I didn't like pork chops. For a long time.
Oh, yeah.
You can easily do that. You can easily ruin meat. You can cook the crap out of chicken and it's going to taste dry and nasty. Same thing with tofu. It just has to be the right way, and there's all sorts of different ways. It's just there's extra firm, there's silken, there's all sorts of stuff. If you haven't had it seasoned right or made correctly, it can easily be garbage. Yeah, it can be gross. It can be gross. I mean, if somebody doesn't strain the water out of it or anything like that, but it's a vessel for flavor to get into your mouth. That's the same thing chicken is. The chicken, if you have chicken with no salt, pepper, no butter, no oil, no nothing, cook it on the grill and eat it, has no flavor.
Yep.
There's nothing there.
Yep. We love tofu, like tofu scramble.
I like tofu scramble more than I like egg scramble. Like eggs and stuff like that. I don't like egg scramble. I don't like scrambled eggs. Scrambled eggs taste like packing peanuts to me. It's just, I don't like them. I do not like scrambled eggs.
Jeff made a chocolate pie with tofu one time.
Silken tofu, chocolate silk pie with silken tofu. Oh my God. That was something where my parents even went, "That's tofu?" I'm like, yeah, actually it's tofu. No, it's not. Yeah, actually it is. And I brought the packages out to show them.
Yeah. So tofu gets a bad rep. They're so versatile. You just have to learn how to cook with it. And I'll do a video on that if that's what you guys want to. It is so easy to screw up chicken.
It is, yeah.
If you guys want to see a video on like how
Me
to prepare
screwing up
tofu,
chicken? No, I'm kidding.
nobody wants to see that.
Nobody wants to see me cook.
There's lots of documentaries out there about veganism, whether it's ethical or health or whatnot. What's your favorite? I have a couple favorites. I love
Bless you, mister. You sneezed. Sorry.
forks over knives.
Oh, yeah.
I also like what is it called? I haven't watched it in a long time. Veganized. It's the one where they take a bunch of non-vegans and have them eat a vegan diet and like do a little like sea farms and stuff like that. I can't think of it. I can't remember. But I love Forks Over Knives. And then also there's something called Plant Pure Nation. And I really love that one. But I think Jeff probably has very different answers than I do.
I do.
What are your favorite?
Vegan documentaries.
Yeah.
Overlaid. The Game Changers. We talked about it before.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Game Changers. It's something that I'm not the most physically involved person or CrossFit or something like my brother does. He does CrossFit all the time. So he's leaning more and more towards plant-based, more and more towards like those
Which is funny because CrossFit used to be more and more towards
meat.
keto, and now they're changing.
They're learning that athletes are actually exceeding and excelling over meat eaters.
So good, we're so hot.
I know it is. That's why I'm having a bit talking. But yeah, otherwise there's what was the one what's his face did about the chicken industry?
That wasn't really a vegan one, but it was
It
good. The
wasn't vegan.
Super Size Me Too.
Super Size Me Too. He talked about the chicken industry, and he wanted to start in the chicken industry, make chicken sandwiches, and have his own
That like
thing.
made me cry.
But it really
It was hard to watch.
it throws down the cruelty and what's actually happening in the environment of chickens and chicken farming and things like that. Where I'm like, wow, that really sucks. Like,
Yeah.
I've had chicken sandwiches. I do that. I mean, I think that okay, it's good healthy meal for me and this and that. But then I look at it more and more and go, oh, that's not cool, man. I don't know. That was one of those things where he wanted to put himself and the chicken industry out of business. He didn't want to just do it for himself.
Yeah.
It was excuse me, I couldn't remember what his name is though. That ran
I can't remember his name either. I don't know. You're in the right ballpark.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Something Spurlock.
Morgan Spurlock? No.
I don't know. Something Spurlock though.
Spurlock. We'll call him Mr. Spurlock.
Yeah, that was really eye-opening. I watched that and it made me like really sad. And I used to work in like the agriculture industry. I was in construction sales. So I knew a little bit, but man, that really messed me up. There's another one I really like, and now I'm trying to. Oh, the greatest speech ever told. You like that one?
Oh my God. That was one of those ones where he's so abrupt. He's so to the point where I am used to that. I've lived in the shop world of people being very abrupt and stuff like that. And that's the way we talk. That's the way I still talk. And right to the point and no BS. And he did that video and I'm like, wow, that was absolutely, he's not looking for profit. He's not looking to sell a book. He's not looking to sell his ideal. He's just trying to inform the public on what's going on. He is very, very zealous about what he does. And sometimes I'm like, that's a little too far, man. Like you're kind of pushing that line of being a jerk, but he's still getting a point across. It's really good, and it really makes you think. And I enjoy things like that make me think. I like to listen to conspiracies. I like to watch things with different thoughts and stuff that shakes my own. I want to know that what I know in my head is something that I've shaken down. I want to know, like Rage Against the Machine. One of my favorite songs by them was "Know Your Enemy." You want to know what's going on the other side.
Yep.
You have to know you have to be equally informed on both sides for you to have an opinion of one or the other. Like me being religious, I went through I was looking for the answer on the other side. I wanted to know what was going on. I wanted to know if what I believed in my heart and what I've been taught was actually my own thoughts, or if it's something that has been force-fed to me and I was a robot of sense.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes. Thank you.
So something else someone said to me, it wasn't really a question, but they said that veganism is just like a gateway to eating disorders.
What?
And I kind of wanted to touch on this. Will you have me a new napkin?
No.
Because I would say that I have had eating disorders probably since I was a young teenager. My nose is running. I'm so sorry. And I've done every yo-yo diet out there, including keto diet.
That's where we learned that I can't do dairy.
And the thing that's great about veganism is, for me, now I'm not saying there's not some people that use vegan as a cloak for an eating disorder and saying, oh, I'm in a restaurant and I can't eat because they don't have vegan options. But for me, veganism was a way to be able to eat kind of abundantly. I don't calorie count. Like, it didn't restrict me really. And it kind of helped cure that need to like yo-yo diet and then like fast and then eat and then fast and then eat. Not that there's anything against intermittent fasting, even just things I used to do. Will you grab them this time?
Yeah. Everybody has their own way of doing things.
I know several people who recovered from eating disorders because of the vegan diet and because it says eat what you want, eat abundantly, just do as little harm as possible. So I absolutely disagree that it is a gateway to eating disorders. If anything, I think it can really help heal that restrictive mentality that eating disorders give you. And I know that sounds weird because you don't eat animal products, but it's not restrictive. You can eat anything you would normally eat, just vegan. We eat pizza, we eat Chinese food,
It's learning how to change. It's going, I'm going to have tacos. I'm going to make the lettuce, the tomatoes, and vegan cheese and vegan meat. Everything else is all the same. All the salsas, all the hot sauces, the tortillas are the same. Everything else is the same. All you're doing is switching out 2 ingredients and going, I didn't kill anything for this.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
totally.
It's a matter of changing. Sometimes you find vegan cheeses and vegan meats absolutely disgusting, and sometimes, like anything, you can find this disgusting salsas, chips, ice creams that you're like, that was nasty. Like it's a learning process of a different way of eating, a different way of doing things, but you can still make the same things. We have French silk pie with chocolate.
Yeah.
It just didn't have milk in it. And it had tofu instead of the whatever else was in it.
I would not say that veganism is a gateway to eating disorders. I think anyone who has eating disorders, and I say this as someone who had them myself,
You see them.
you can use anything as a cloak for an eating disorder, right? Oh, I can't eat right now, I'm intermittent fasting. Oh, I can't eat that, I'm just keto. Oh, I can't eat that, I'm just vegan. It's certainly not a cause of an eating disorder. Which leads me to the other misconception that vegans only eat salads. We don't. We actually
like salad.
We eat salads a lot in the summer, but we don't eat them that much.
No, I don't know. It's mostly the potatoes, the whole meats, the roasted vegetables, pastas, soups.
And if you watch my channel, you know, like we don't eat.
I'm not lacking in any nutrients of any sort of. I could not perform my job and think that people are. I couldn't do what I do if I'm being malnourished and things like that. I would be having a lot of problems. So it's like I'm still getting my nutrients and my fuel to do the things that I need to do in my job and stuff like that. Do I eat the healthiest? No. Could I eat healthier? Yes, I could. But
as we inhale these super spicy noodles,
I'm still working on it, but I don't want to drip on this little guy. Can't touch him.
Okay.
Well, he's chilling.
So that takes me to the last question I have from the internet. If you guys have any more, just ask them. But somebody said, aren't you worried about a protein deficiency? And I feel like this is your favorite question.
What? Are you taking me out? Is that what you're...
Protein deficiency?
Protein deficiency. That's always the funny thing. That is a funny misconception. But if some individual out there can name me one animal that can produce their own protein without having to consume it, let me know.
Or somebody you know that's had a protein deficiency, by the way. Because people bring it up, but I've never heard of it.
Yeah,
Unless it's like someone in a third world country who's just malnourished in general.
Animals get it from grain, seeds, things like that.
Broccoli is protein, mushrooms are protein.
I can get the same amount of protein. What is it? 3 eggs is the same as much as a peanut butter sandwich. I mean, it's something where it's like, it's so ridiculous, but it's a different type of protein. It's a more solid protein from the peanut butter that I'm getting than from the animal protein. So is somebody saying that the animal protein is bad? It's like, it's not, the protein itself is not bad, but also with all the fat and the cholesterol that's happening with that meat that you're putting into your body and wondering why you're having a heart attack or why you're having heart complications. It's something you're consuming that. You're getting that from the fuel that you're putting in your body. So it's, I don't know. That's the whole, like, you can't get protein. Please.
So on the Game Changers, I really enjoyed it. If you guys haven't watched it, it's on Netflix and you should watch it. It's a guy who got injured, was not vegan, and was just searching the best way for his body to recover, an athlete. And they showed this blood test where they had 3 men eat 1 beef burrito, 1 chicken burrito, and 1 bean burrito. The guy who ate the bean burrito is vegan and has been. And they tested their blood. They put it in this thing that swirled it around and separated the plasma from the red blood cells.
Yeah.
And then the next day they had them all eat bean burritos, and they took their blood and did the same thing. And they showed them the difference between their blood and like the amount of fat and cloudiness in it from when they ate the animal products versus
The difference of looking like olive oil or bacon grease.
It was
after it's solidified.
nuts. I've never seen anything like it.
Oh,
And it just really made me think like families with heart problems or all. I mean, it was so good if you're looking at a healthy aspect. All pro athletes talking about their experiences. Even if you're just looking to incorporate more plant-based foods into your diet, I highly, highly recommend it. It was so good.
yeah, and as far as Julie asked, what's the best cheap meat replacement? I would say if you're going to go for fast and easy, you could always do beans. But if you're also going to do for easy, but not always cheap, they have Gardein in the frozen food section. Gardein, they have Gardein chicken strips. They've got ground beef. They've got meatballs. They've got crab cakes. They've got buffalo chicken strips. They have all sorts of stuff by Gardein. Gardein. And whatever. Yeah.
But like if you put lentils in your spaghetti sauce instead of beef, it gives you the same texture.
Mm-hmm.
You can really do a lot with like legumes. Or even Aldi. Aldi has like really bomb vegan hot dogs. They're like jumbo vegan hot dogs. They have vegan meatballs. You don't like vegan hot dogs in general.
Yeah, I'm still not a fan of the vegan hot dogs. I do.
But you like them in like vegan corn dogs and stuff. You just don't like them in a bun.
Yeah, them by themselves, I think you can tell because hot dogs have a very distinct.
I like them. I think
processed garbage flavor. They do, but the sausage has all the sage and the ground pepper and all the other things in there that make it so much more flavorful. Hot dogs are like okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like it.
But Aldi also has vegan burgers. They have vegan meatballs. They often have vegan chickenless tenders that are really good.
They're carrying Beyond.
And some places are carrying their own brand of vegan mints too.
Are they?
Oh yeah, lentils in pasta or even quinoa in pasta is really good to like give that like texture.
Yeah.
Real good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super good. Tofu makes a great egg replacement for tofu scramble. If you're looking for egg replacements in baking, you can buy them, but you can also replace an egg with applesauce or a banana, or you can make a flax egg, which is 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed to 2 or 3 tablespoons of water. I mean, there's
you're not
so
going to
many
taste
options.
it in your baking. You're going to notice the binding aspects of it, but you're never going to taste the fact if it was an egg or if it wasn't an egg. There's no flavor difference there.
Jump. Yeah. Gaston wants to do jumps for you guys. Jump.
More like he's shaking his butt. Stop showing him your butt.
It's in a diaper, Dan. So yeah. I'm gonna eat almost all these noodles.
Yeah, it's almost.
I was starving before this, and now I'm not starving anymore.
I'm still cruising along.
So before we sign out, if you have any other questions, go ahead and interrupt me. But I just want to say thank you again for getting us to 1,000 subscribers. I'm elated. I can't wait to like just keep growing and keep sharing my food with you guys. Keep sharing what I eat in the days. You really don't like lentils? I love lentils. Teach their own though. Do you like beans in general, Jessica, or just not lentils?
Yeah, so somebody doesn't like lentils, they don't like lentils.
Yeah.
Which
is great. There's so many options.
Which is good. It's good that you know what you like and what you don't like.
She loves beans, but not lentils.
Huh.
Interesting. We had a friend over last night who loves beans, but only certain kinds of beans. Like he doesn't like kidney beans, but he likes black beans.
Yeah.
Which I just assumed if you like beans, you'd like all beans, but apparently not. Apparently that's not a bean.
I like the beans.
So I am working on an ebook that will hopefully be out in summer. I'd love to know what you guys think about either it being for purchase item or something if I started a Patreon account just to my Patreons. I'd love to know your opinions on that. We will be starting a vegan appetizer and like common snacks, kind of veganizing them this Tuesday so that y'all will go into this holiday season with tons and tons of recipes. I have videos from last Thanksgiving with Thanksgiving sides and mains and desserts that'll be out. I'll be making more desserts and sides for you as the following weeks come up. But you can check those out if you're looking for inspiration. And every Saturday, I'm still going to do what I eat in a day or taste tests or something along that line. And yeah, thank you so much for coming on live and hanging out with us. I know, I'm getting real warm. I had to take Daxton like away from me because I'm too hot. So thank you so much for hanging out live with us. We're going to go watch. I can't talk. We're going to go watch the Packer game. I think this little guy's getting hungry, so I'm going to wash my hands before I nurse him so I don't accidentally put spicy noodle juice in his mouth.
And I got good ice cream for me and for her. We got both got a special pint of ice cream, so we're going to have that after this. I'm probably going to pack this up for lunch tomorrow. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Thank you, Jessica. It was
Thank you.
super fun. We might do more lives. If you guys like the lives, we might do more ones with all kinds of different stuff. I like the mukbang style too. But thank you so much. We'll see you all in our next video. My next video is coming out on Tuesday. Thanks again for getting me to 1,000. I hope you enjoyed this and getting to know us and our family a little bit more. Jeff says, let me eat my food now. It's my mukbang time. I'll talk to you later. Bye. We got in the stream, baby.
Yeah. Goodbye.